We're gonna do a quick, well, I wouldn't say quick, I guess it, however long it takes for me to teach Karen the good. Do we have any upgrades? No. Okay, maybe we can get upgrades. And we'll get it later. It's okay. It's okay. Alright. So we're gonna do the Fount of Abyss, which is basically the male mage if he succumbed to the magic within his black heart. Or so it says on the lore. That's him. We're gonna do this one because there's no time attack. Alright, phase 1. Real simple. He's still in his cocoon, in his shell. He's a little shy baby, a little introvert, a little nasty. And he decided to come out of the room for dinner. For the most part, it's really easy. You just dodge everything. No real gimmicks, you know. It's just hide and seek. Dodge. You want to avoid these purple things. Once they start becoming inflamed, they're gonna start doing damage over time, so be careful. You can definitely jump over them. I guess that's probably a gimmick, so if he does it again, I'll let you guys know. In most cases, for phase 1, every time he drops from the sky, there will be a vacant area, a small vacant area near him, and that's where you want to stay. So like that, small vacant area. Everything else around him is gonna be engulfed in black flames. You just want to avoid that. Okay, this one. That's all there is to it. You just guide it away from yourself. And then you run. He drops from the ground. If he's like that and he's not there, or if he drops and he's nowhere to be found, then that whole thing is gonna be destroyed. Okay, if he creates this whole maze-like thing, like a target, he's gonna hit the ground 3 times. That's the second one. The third one, he hits the ground, he's gonna create an even bigger drop zone. Now, the key thing to that one is after he drops, he will go to your last destination and cause that drop zone. What you want to do is bait him. Just bait him away from it. Okay. Okay, he broke. Let's do our big skills. Okay, he's dropping. Hug him. Run away. And then phase 2. Phase 2 is the trickier part. He has 2 worlds. The normal side, right? As you can tell, he has a 62% damage multiplier, which means he's got some damage mitigation on him. How do you reduce that? Right here. He has another gauge. Now you can, when you deplete this gauge, this gauge is basically his shield. the one that's surrounding him. And if you get rid of his gauge, the damage multiplier will increase. You do that by stepping on one of the orbs that he drops. You see him basic attack? I'm using basic attacks to get rid of it. Okay, I'll show it again. These tiny orbs will drop every time you attack him on this side. Well, once you step on one of these orbs, you will go to the other side. But in this side, you'll have increased movement speed. You can't cast anything else besides your basic attack. I'll go over the gimmicks later, but I just want to tell you the premise of the mechanic. Also, you can tell that if I stay on the other side too long, it'll get very dark. I'll show you what'll happen. I guess not. So this is one of the major gimmicks. Once the shield breaks, he will descent. He will have a descent gauge. You want to basically stay away from it, or go to the other side, shrink the damage zone, and then run away. These orbs, you want to try to keep it away from the center as possible, because the center is where the boss usually is. These orbs will hurt if you drop another orb at them, so try to keep them separate. And then Abyssal Onslaught, it will drop. He will start dropping these bigger bombs. Again, if you drop it to these orbs, it will create a huge damage. It will inflict a huge amount of damage. So you want to avoid that. Overwhelming Will, basically a free DPS. Okay, now on to the gimmicks. You pick up one of these orbs, and you want to start basic attacking, because that's all you can do. Just run and basic attack. All these other clothes that you can see on the other side, you can destroy them with basic attack. Okay, you see it getting darker? If it gets completely dark, you will get impaled and it will do damage. So how do you avoid that? You go to the other side. Devouring Evil. Go to the other side and you'll see these bombs. You use basic attack and you destroy them. It takes 3 hits to destroy each bomb, so be quick about it. Notice that I can't reduce the gauge from the normal side. You want to go to the other side and do that and destroy his shield from here. Okay, I'm gonna wait again. Okay, Endless Abyss is basically damaging him to shrink this damage area. And you want to go to a safe zone on the other side, just like that. Okay, his shield is down. He's gonna do his descent gimmick. Descent gimmick is gonna have a huge AoE that you can shrink with basic attacks. Once you can't shrink it anymore, you can either go to the other side, do more damage, and stay away from the area. Even if you're on the other side, you'll still be able to do damage after he casts it. So make sure you're in a safe area before the bar completely fills up. These homing orbs, you want to drop them preferably in the corners or around the perimeter, just so you can keep yourself and your teammates safe. Okay, Abyssal Onslaught, he's gonna start dropping more bombs. The ones that are following you, you want to avoid that. Avoid dropping them on the orbs that you previously got, or else they're gonna create an even bigger bomb, and we don't want that to happen. Okay, more DPS. Okay, back to the shield again. And that's all there is to it. Switch to the side, drop a shield, but make sure you don't stay on this side too long. Go to the other side to replenish, and then back again. For Endless Abyss, the save zones will vary. Sometimes he'll do these circle things. Sometimes it will be rectangular. You just gotta watch out for it. Descent, shrink the damage zone. I can stay on this side and still be able to be in the damage zone, but I risk being encroached and I'm gonna get impaled. So it's best that you just go over to the other side. Okay. Foaming orb. Just like in the first phase, you want to avoid these flames. Okay, another foaming orb. Just drop it at a isolated location. You can drop it on the boss. You can drop it onto yourself. Make sure you don't drop it onto the other orb, because it will hurt more. But I guess it'll also hurt if you drop it onto yourself. Well, probably don't do that either. And that's the Fount of Abyss. A Fount of Abussy.
What did he say?
Don't tell him I said that. He might get mad.